Hey guys, Jessica here. So I have a blog on my website that details all these different specifications and technical information about all these different types of inserts. But I had a user on the channel ask me about if I could do a video and kind of show you some of the textures, how the different inserts move, just kind of a quick rundown of the inserts because what started as just a few brands to choose from a few years ago is now so many inserts. This is just one of each of the different brands of inserts that are here in the office that I could locate today. So full disclaimer, I am sure I have more inserts than this. I am sure I'm going to miss a major brand someplace because we are drowning in franchising inserts. But we're going to run through them. I'm going to give you the quick and dirty thoughts on them and what you would need to know. Okay, so just like I do with the cups videos, I'm just going to reach in and start pulling them. So this is the modern version of the NiNi Supply inserts. This is the original version of the NiNi Supply inserts. Original NiNi Supply inserts are kind of firm. They have like the cylinder for the insert is a little flexible, but this rim here is really firm. I don't love these. Their newer upgraded version has like a thicker fin, similar to what we saw when the Willow inserts launched. Does a really good job of holding itself in place. It's on the shorter side, so it works with a lot of our shorter pumps, except the ones that require no longer than the shortest inserts we have on the market. But this has been a pretty good contender. The rim is still fairly firm though, so for some people they don't really like that texture. This is a Maymom short. This is just one of their shorter brands of inserts. These are made in a variety of colors, but they're all functionally the same. They're a very soft, velvety silicone. They're kind of squishy. They do have two thin fins here that kind of hold them in place. We want to make sure the inserts are staying in place inside the flanges. So that's what these little fins are designed to do. Overall, this one is a pretty popular one with people. This is a Freemie Slim insert. This is meant for the pink and blue Freemie Slim insert, or Freemie Slim cup, sorry, struggling to talk today. This is really flat, it's very firm. It is on the harder side for silicone. It's as close to like a plastic-like firmness as you're gonna get with silicone. These really only work in cases that we're using the Freemie Slim cups or if we're sticking these in a more traditional shape. It's like this just happens to be a Spectra cup. We could use this to help reduce the depth of the flange, but again, it's rather firm, so we have to be careful when we do that. This is a Willow insert. Of the inserts that are available on the market, this is one of our more universal ones. This really nice flower petal texture is not actually just for decoration. It does a really good job of holding itself. It kind of like cling wraps itself to the flange so it stays put. It's got fins that do a very good job. The fins are actually a little bigger than 24 millimeters, but they're designed to compress to really hold this firmly. I love this in almost everything, and it does come in 13 to 21, which means I can use this for the vast majority of people. So this one is one of my favorites. This is a Legendairy insert. I love how thick and squishy and cloud-like these are. If you're somebody who likes silicone, you can see this one gets handled a lot, so it needs to go through the washer. Silicone will become cloudy with time though, so you do have to use silicone wash on it. This one is famous for getting lots of water spots in our water here. So that is something I do think people should know about because for some people, they cannot use an insert like this, even though this is completely clean. It's safe to use. It's been sanitized. It just looks gross because it gets cloudy. This is an Elvie insert. These are designed for the Elvie Stride, the Elvie Original. We do use them in other cups, but you have to make sure that you get a good air seal or that the bra is tight enough to create the air seal here. Ideally, we want the air seal to be at the tunnel, and not every flange is the right shape for that. So that is a little bit of a concern with this, but people have been really happy with this. It's tapered, which can help with elastic nipples to help prevent them from pulling into places they shouldn't be. And it's really comfortable on the areola. For some people, inserts can cause a little bit of irritation on the areola because they're not super wide. The wider the insert, the less risk of that. This is a Tommee Tippee insert. It's going to look a lot like a Maymom long, except it's soft and squishy. They only have a handful of sizes, and this is really only for their wearable pump. But if you have their wearable pump, it is free to order these online, which is really nice. This is a Maymom long, which is one of our original flanges on the market. You'll notice they have that nice little V-notch, which was designed to work in the Freemie and Spectra cups to help keep the suction going. But these are some of our longest inserts on the market. and they have been a really good performer. They do have even sizes now, which is unique, and that even size does have a little bit better fin design to help with stabilization within the tunnel. These are Onion Baby Liangazi Bejical. They go by 50 million names on Amazon and off-brand sites. They're literally just short inserts. They were originally designed for the Elvie Stride and the Elvie Original, but they are most appropriate now for like the mom cozy pumps, the cheap wearables that have those really shallow flanges. What makes this one pretty unique is that the rim is super, super flexible, and it does have a really wide variety of sizes, and is one of the first ones that had even size inserts. So while these are cheap and inexpensive, and on the shorter side, which is a concern if you have elasticity, this is, actually a pretty good brand. I've been pleased with it. This is by Lansinoh. I really wish Lansinoh would get their game together, because while I did not love their wearable, I do love their cups. And we need this to be just a little bit longer, but this texture is really smooth, almost like a glass-like silicone. So it would be really nice for people who have irritation from the silicone inserts being too grippy. Like, it's very, very smooth. It's as close to plastic as you can really get texture-wise. So I wish they would make them a little bit longer. Until they do, it's kind of a bust. Sorry, throwing inserts at myself. Okay, it's a generic kind. It's made by Zomi. It's made by Mom Cozy. It's just a cheap, they likely all coming out of Horizon, to be clear. It's a shorter insert, but they're thinner, more flexible plastic. So same length and thought as this, but this is thick. This is that Onion Baby Vegical Liangazi number that we just talked about, and then this is a squishy version. So definitely two different textures. This is a pumping pretty insert. This was designed for the Elvie Original and the Elvie Stride. It has this nice U shape, which helps to keep the suction. This one's really nice because it goes down to 13, which is really helpful. It is really firm. Like, this is really firm. These are older, and I will say that these have yellowed a lot more than other inserts, a lot faster. Again, that doesn't really do anything to it, but some people that will really bother them. So it's important to know, if you get this, you may have to replace it every few months to keep it looking clean, if that is your definition of clean, is no cloudiness and no yellowing. But it's silicone, it will yellow over time. But this is really, really flat. So again, let's grab that Spectra cup so you can see. It does help with flat nipples, where we can get them a little bit closer to in the tunnel. But we have had a lot of people that feel like it's just too firm. If this was a little bit squishier with a little bit more give, I think it'd be a little bit more popular. So this is, again, that Zomi. These are coming out of the Horizon factory from everything we can tell. They're just a shorter insert meant for some of these wearables. This is a Boing cushion. This is not an insert, but everyone thinks it's an insert. This is actually just a sticky silicone cushion that goes in here. It's actually still going to be too big for the majority of people. It doesn't sit quite right. I'm not a super huge fan of these, but I am showing you this. I see some people do really, really well with them. It kind of holds their areola and keeps the elastic areola at bay. For other people, it just, their nipple pokes in and out of this and causes irritation. So it's not my go-to. This is an Ardo insert. This is one of the most unique looking inserts on the market. It's also one of the longest, but it does have this strong taper, and it's designed specifically for their flanges. They only have a handful of sizes, but given that Ardo overseas is actually more of a hospital grade with their Ardo Carom, this is a really good option for that kind of situation. If you have the Ardo pumps, like the Ardo Alyssa, the Ardo Calypso that's sitting behind me, or you're using the Ardo Carom, you might want to consider these if you want to be able to use your flange kit. So that's that. These are another, it's a generic brand. This is sold primarily here in the US. I became introduced to them by Lactation Hub. So Lactation Hub is an IBCLC owned like lactation supply company, and they started importing these, calling them the Clearly Comfort. You can get these in sizing insert kits that I also love on Amazon. I can get these in most countries. So when I'm working with international clients, these are often what we end up going with because we have access to them. They're really good. They come in a wide variety of sizes from 11 up to the 24, so it's kind of hard to beat. This is a Freemie original insert. This is designed for those original Freemie cups, and it's going to be a more traditional size. So you can see it's actually like that traditional flange. I'm showing you the Spectra cup here because the Spectra cup and the Spectra flanges are the exact same size, and the majority of moms seem to still be getting Spectras at some point. So to show you the shape, that is the shape. It's designed for that Spectra Freemie shape, traditional funnel shape, for lack of better words. That's another Maymom long. And then this is a Mom Cozy M5 V1 V2 insert. This is a nipple inner tube. I'm gonna recommend don't use this because it's just too short. It's dangerously short. The average nipple is about a centimeter. This is not even a centimeter in depth. So the average nipple starts poking through it, and then we add suction. So you can do the math and see why I wouldn't recommend that. But that is, a quick look at the inserts. Hopefully that helps you as you're trying to decide between two of them. It's really going to still come down to not every insert is made in every size, so we're going to be stuck to whatever your sizes are. Every pump is not compatible with every insert. Some of them work really well with certain pumps. Some of them do not work well with other pumps. So we need to stick to what's going to work with your pump and your anatomy. And then from there, you're looking at things like texture, preferences like that. So hopefully that helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay? Thanks and happy pumping.